Vietnam again insists they own the Spratly Islands after the Philippines, and China had a vessel collision near Pag-Asa Island. No less than the spokesperson of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or MFA of Vietnam, Pham Thu Hang, called on both the Philippines and China to recognize her country's ownership of the Spratly Islands after being asked to react to the recent incident where Philippine and Chinese vessels collided near Pag-Asa Island. Vietnam calls the Spratly Islands Group as Truong Sa, while they call Pag-Asa Island as Thi Tu. Hang said that Vietnam has solid historical and legal basis on its ownership of the Spratlys Islands. My thoughts. Another clear example of how the Philippine press and the government ignores Vietnam's claims in the South China Sea or SCS to appease them. The Philippine press doesn't want the Filipino people to know how assertive Vietnam is towards their claims in the SCS. But this is ignored by both the Philippine press and government because they don't want to quarrel with Vietnam. Only China because that's what the United States or US wants. The Philippines doesn't want to argue over territory with Vietnam, only China. This apparently is especially true for the armed forces of the Philippines or AFP, who seem to just keep quiet when dealing with Vietnam whenever they have visits to or from the Vietnamese military. On the other hand, they don't seem to do the same with China, where it looks like they challenge them verbally every chance they get. And that is how the US and Philippines manipulate the relations story of China and Vietnam. They keep quiet with Vietnam, but very noisy against China. And when China strikes back, they say China is aggressive. But since they keep quiet against Vietnam, then there is nothing for Vietnam to react to or be aggressive about. Clear manipulation and propaganda.